we're joined now by the Member of Parliament for Ekumfi, Honourable Kwenu Eko Othniel, who also serves on Parliament's Trade, Industry and Tourism Committee. And he joins us for us to talk about some pressing issues affecting Ghanaians. Thank you very much, Honourable, for your time.
Thank you.
Right, so let's begin with the decongestion in Accra. Many believe that this is going to be a night wonder. They say that we've seen this several times. How sure are we that this is going to be sustained this time around?
Well, I think, thank you very much, and greetings to all your viewers. Thank you for your question also. I think people are not necessarily wrong to assume such an idea, in the sense that we have seen this happen many times in the past years, and eventually the traders basically come back to the same position. And this creates a lot of issues for pedestrians and even for the citizenry. I think that the sustenance of this remains critical, not only for the current mayor, but even for government, as it were. Usually, a lot of these things are not sustained. And therefore, you have situations where, after all the effort to clean up the system, they are left to come back. But I'm very sure, looking at the determination of this current mayor and the mandate he has from government, I think that he would get the necessary support to ensure that this remains and becomes beneficial to all of us.
Now, when we look at how the operation is being carried out, it appears that there has to be minimal force, you know, and we see the response from traders. Now, many have raised concerns how the whole operation is being rolled out. I don't know how you respond to this in finding a balance, you know, between enforcing law and order and also looking at the humane part of the whole exercise, i.e. considering the livelihoods of these traders.
Well, personally, giving it a human face is very critical, because definitely these are mothers, these are fathers, these are our brothers and sisters who are trying to survive. In as much as I am forced to be in line with regulators and authorities getting this done, I think that in the long term, it might be good to create an area where some of these traders can basically sell their wares. Definitely they need to survive, so definitely if government is able to put across like an area or some sort of relief for some of these people, to let them know that, okay, what you are doing, yes, is helping you, but eventually it has a bigger impact on society, and therefore relocating you or helping you to get out of that situation will be a good thing for all of us. So there should be this level of collaboration and discussion with them for them to understand. Though I think from the initial stages, it's going to be a bit difficult, but I think that eventually, if they see the benefit of what they've done, I think they'll really appreciate it.
There should be, but will there be?
Well, that's the question we are all waiting for. But definitely somebody has to do the work, and I think that it's a good start, and eventually everybody will come to understand the reason why this has to be done.
Well, let's shift our attention to the city for a while. It appears this conversation is here to stay. It's appreciating, and everyone seems to be quite excited about it. But to what extent would you credit government policies, and really what tangible relief should traders and businesses expect as a result?
Thank you very much. Well, I think that the city has seen quite a rally for a greater part of this year. From what I've seen, it's about 16.7% appreciation, which is unprecedented as far as the history of Ghana's currency is concerned. From last year's levels of a depreciation of about 13.4%, 16.7% is quite significant. And my understanding is that it's probably the best performing currency in all global currencies, which is quite positive for Ghana. And it also has a lot of impact as far as our own debt servicing is concerned. And if I watch correctly, about 10% of our external debt is going to be affected. So in all, I think it's a good thing. But I mean, this cannot happen just on the face of it. Definitely there's an effort to make this happen. I mean, if you look at the fiscal consolidation that the ministry is doing in terms of their spending, and also the benefit we have received from commodity price hikes, all these things are basically contributing to it. And I think that in the long term, we have also seen a kind of very good collaboration between the monetary side and fiscal side, as in Ministry of Finance and the Bank of Ghana. And that also is helping in terms of open market operations, in terms of FX, interventions in the market. I mean, all these things basically contribute to what we are seeing. And I think that it's a good thing. Also, confidence is coming back. Today, our reserves is hitting 10.9 billion, which is a record for Ghana, as it were. Our gold stock has also increased from 8.7. We are talking 30 tons plus. So all these things, they shore up confidence in the currency. And today, we are also seeing that our exports have gone up. And all these things is a reflection of the amount of foreign exchange that is coming in. But again, let me just mention that with the coming in of gold board, as it were, they are playing a role which has eluded Ghana for a very long time. And I think that that role they are playing is really going to help us in terms of foreign exchange accumulation for the reserves like we have seen. I mean, being able to sell about 2.7 billion in our 4 months, it's unprecedented. And that gives you the sort of punchline to be able to intervene in the market so that when traders who need FX need to buy FX, it's readily available. Also, it helps companies and businesses to plan in the sense that they don't need to front load their demand. What I mean by that is, if you have a demand which is pending, like let's say August, because of currency fluctuations, you are forced to buy the dollars now in anticipation of that obligation that you have. All those things have stopped. So you have a smooth sail as far as business is concerned, planning is concerned. And I think that it's a big plus to the Finance Ministry and Bank of Ghana. And every Ghanaian, for that matter, should be excited about it. We should wish them well, especially looking at how things are going and the kind of positive ratings we are getting from S&P, moving from a selective default to CCC with a stable outlook. I mean, the story is looking good. Right.
Let's now get closer to your home, Ekumfi. We know that unemployment is a major concern in your area, and we also know that under the previous government, we saw a revamp of the Ekumfi dues, under 1D, 1F. How did this impact employment among the youth in your area?
Yes, I think that the company is doing quite well, but under the 24-hour economy, there's a lot of prospects for it, because as it stands now, they are not producing to full capacity. And therefore, if you look at it in that sense, the quantum or the number of people youth they might employ will not be as much. But I've had discussions with the company, and we are in talks with the 24-hour economic team to make sure that government will give it the requisite support.
But did 1D, 1F coming in help in any way?
Well, of course, it created some level of jobs,
right,
and also created a factory where the youth of the place had a sense. Beyond that, that was a direct impact. Indirectly, it forced youth of the society there to basically go into pineapple farming. So a lot of outgrowers came in. So indirectly also created jobs. But the level at which it is operating now is not optimal. And in that sense, that's what I'm saying, that going into the 24-hour economy, which gives them some level of opportunity to expand, will help them to employ more people, create more outgrowers, and also help them to export more. Now they are exporting to other countries, and that is also helping. And I know that they have plans to basically even open up additional, plantations as far as pineapple is concerned, so that they can actually produce more. It's interesting, but I, for one, am a major supporter of that factory, and I believe that if they get the requisite support, they will do wonders for us, not only Ekumfi, but even for Ghana as a whole.
Right, so let's put the government initiatives aside. Personally, what are you also doing to help solve unemployment in your area?
Yes, I mean, my place is predominantly a fishing community and a farming community. And I see that as one of the easiest avenues with which I can help my people.
Right.
So personally, I have a pineapple plantation which I supply Ekumfi juice.
Okay.
I've had it since 2022.
Okay.
And it's doing quite well. We're facing a few challenges, but I think that coming into office, I might have a bit more strength to actually beef it up to make it better to employ my people. Secondly, I'm going into cassava plantation with some chiefs. We are looking about 500 acres. Definitely, that is also going to bring some job opportunities to my people. And of course, one thing that I've promised my people is that there's a lot of talent in Ekumfi.
Right.
And I think that if I harness those talents by way of either football, athletics, whatever it is, I will give them the opportunity. Recently, there was a young man from St. Augustine's College who is even handicapped, who basically got a bronze medal for
Yeah.
representing Ghana. He's from Ekumfi as well.
Okay.
I did support him. And this is only one story that you have. There are several stories about young people who are doing immensely well. I mean, if you come to education, they are doing so well. But because there are no jobs, you find that most of my people actually travel outside of the constituency to find job. So the onus lies on all of us to make sure that the little we can do, awaiting government support, definitely will do that. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm really looking forward to setting up some of these farms and irrigation facilities to make sure they boost their farming abilities and all. Yeah.
Right. So just let us know when you are ready to break ground. We'll bring our cameras
Very well.
to come cover and tell
Very
the world what you are doing.
Sure.
Honorable Kwenu Eko Othniel,
Yes.
Member of Parliament for Ekumfi, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.